The following video contains coarse language. Viewer discretion is advised.
Crap.
Margaret.
Coming.
The party's going down.
Everything's coming up, Margaret.
Everything's coming up, Margaret. Look at this. I'm like, gang, gang. I always lose when I play anything. That's okay, because it's time for Uncle Gramma.
Oh, I'm messing up on the picture. Same picture from last week.
That's not a mess up, dude. That's a win.
It's a beautiful dog.
The beautiful.
I'll give you that.
The most beautiful hound. Let's see. That frame's in pretty good, hey? What do you think of that?
Nice.
I think that'll do just fine. We got a little crooked TV, but I don't want to mess with it too much. A little bit. There. There. Oh, we actually have one?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. I'm excited. We got Marge in the house.
This one, I think, is going to be very tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into Uncle Gramma's story time. Bow, 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 bow. I am not Uncle Gramma. He is. Maggie's over here. My name is Gary, and we like to party.
We like to party.
We like to party. And this is where we share stories and gather and have a lot of fun, talk about music and all the other cool stuff. And not only that, we kick off every show with a tradition. I don't want to lose Joe. See, I lost Joe. I don't.
Oh, no,
Joe
it's
in
fine.
more. Move Joe in more.
We can leave Joe out for now. He's made a couple bad decisions this year.
Dang. Well,
Yeah.
I guess we're in the perfect spot. Yeah. I didn't want to get too low on the shoot because I'm going full on camera or like the newscaster that goes top and no bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just got my undies on. I was finished golfing and I couldn't move, so we barely made it here. And I got my shorts off. I couldn't get them back on because my body's too broken.
But you still got the King Palm hoodie.
King Palm hoodie with coffee stains from the golf course.
Yep.
Proudly brought to you by King Palm. Before we get to that, though, I do want to say the Tamagotchi that he keeps in his basement, it's an AI-generating robot. He gives it keywords. Keywords turn into picture. He says, "Thank you, robot." Just jokes. He never thanks the robot. That's why the T1000s are going to come after us very soon. To the T1000s,
I feed it
we're
King
very sorry.
Palm garbage, actually.
Yeah, and that's how it's like a DeLorean. That's how he runs. It's very cool. And he spits out these images, and then we try to guess what they are. And
yeah, today
it's
I
a fun one.
Some Mountain Dew and a banana peel in it.
I can tell.
Yeah.
I can totally. I just watched it the other day, and that's how cool those Mountain Dew cans look, eh? Back in the day.
Oh, the old ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really cool. Looking at this, this is, I'm going to say, a lucha libre wearing a cape in front of a exploding volcano.
Weird. There's a volcano in there?
I just thought, like, what else would look so red in the background?
I don't know. I'm
I think
confused
that's like
by it.
exploding lava, yeah. What do we get?
Well,
clearly we weren't close, I'll tell you that.
I actually grabbed it from one of the things that you had said probably 5 minutes ago. Right before we started, you said something, and I just wrote it in there and put the word superhero after it.
It's not going to help in any way.
No. And I think
I can't remember a minute ago, let alone 5.
I don't know how it just gave me this,
That's amazing.
but it said Okie dokie Smokey superhero. I was like, that's a good name for a superhero.
Forest fire.
Or like
It's a
the
forest fire in the background.
the
smoky
tag name.
forest.
It's like what he says before he flies away.
Yeah.
Okie dokie Smokey. I
Fair
guess
enough, yeah.
that's what it thought.
Like, there's no other smoky reference besides a fire.
Yeah.
Interesting. That guy looks like he has a lot of work to do.
Yeah, I think
He's gotta
it's
put out a whole
the
giant-
Tamagotchi is,
yeah.
is
Starting to rebel.
mad at me.
He's starting to rebel.
Oh yeah,
That's happening.
it's pissed.
Yeah, before we can anger him any further, Uncle Gramma's Storytime proudly brought to you by our incredible friends over at King Palm. I got the cotton candy bunny hug, complete with golf course coffee stains. We're talking humidifiers. We're talking bubblies. We're talking papers. These flavored rolls, we got they send us these incredible sampler packs, and they got all this cool shit in them. They also got the roaming crooner. All right. Tim Robinson, the best. Think you should leave. Very cool stuff. And we got the Victory cigars over there. They got the dog walks and all sorts of things waiting for you. Looks like we're going to need to get another sampler soon to show off, eh?
Probably.
Every person who comes in here absolutely loves them. No nicotine, all natural leaf rolls, and they are so fantastic. And we're so grateful and thankful for our friends over at King Palm.
King Palm.
They got so much swag, too, like really sweet swag, and just awesome, awesome stuff. So what we do here is we look back. And I will tell you this. I was golfing with 2/3 of 911 Turbo today, and I told them how many references we've had to the Rose and Crown and the Band House. And they said they're pretty much ready to go. So hopefully the next couple of weeks we can get them in here.
No
we can
way.
have a full-on 911 Turbo episode and talk about all the fun stuff that goes on the road, because that's what this show's all about.
We're going to have to get that, rider package put together here.
Yeah.
So the boys can be treated like the rock
royalty
stars
that they are. Yes, the best in the business when it comes to German techno.
Oh, we need real German kombuchas.
Yeah.
All the
finest.
the finest of buchas.
Yeah, everything they get is the finest.
The finest.
The finest, of course. So yeah, you talk to me here. I'm still trying to get over this whole okie dokie smoky superhero. Like it's like the most totally off your pet Tamagotchi has ever done.
Right.
He's like right field, and this thing's like dog leg and left.
I don't understand how it became so stupid.
Yeah, but I like it. It's cute. It's super fucking cute. Like if you're gonna give it something, you can give it that.
Yeah, absolutely. But this week's episode is not necessarily about Smokey, but it is going to get smoky. Did you smell the forest fires the other day?
Yes, I did. It was coming through hot. That's what got me thinking about this thing.
You know who else is on fire?
Oh, tell me more.
Hockey, just in general. The sport of hockey.
So much fun, hey?
I don't know what the heck is going on right now, but just the whole sport has been turned on its head.
It's so fun to watch. Every game except for that stupid Carolina series. Even then, they had some.
You didn't like it?
I don't know. I'm not a big fan of really,
Just
really good fundamental hockey.
Well,
I love the craziness, and Carolina and New Jersey's been like that forever. Those teams that are really good fundamentally, they don't do any flashy, and they always just wear guys down till they win.
That's kind of what I thought has been really strange this year, and last year a little bit in the playoffs, but this year teams are actually so talented that the plays that are drawn up are executed.
Yeah.
Which is like football, right? It's like NFL football.
It's faster. It's like on the go football.
Exactly. And
always never huddling up, just going on the fly.
I just remember that being drawn up plays and everything do work.
Yeah.
But
you got to be good.
You have to be very talented.
Yes.
But the constant defensive prowess is they're fighting back and forth defensively and constantly catching each other in the neutral zone, and then only jumping on happen chance mistakes. It's the only thing that's left.
Yeah.
Which is so bizarre.
Which makes fundamental hockey so good for a franchise to aim for.
Yeah. Nobody's carrying it from one end to the other.
Connor McDavid does.
He does.
Nathan McKinnon does. Cale Makar does.
Not in the playoffs.
No, I was trying to give you a little bit of upliftingness.
They're gonna never not be the amazing players that the Avalanche are. But the playoffs right now, I was really surprised. The last Leafs game, there's Leafs game about to happen tonight. This is probably coming out while it's happening.
You know what? Let's make predictions right now. I'm going to say Panthers up 3-1 at the end of the first.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I honestly think if there is a chance that the Leafs could win, it would be this game based on what it is that they did last game.
Last time we did this, by the way, when we predicted while the game was on, when we knew this was going to come out,
right?
We were horribly off.
Very
off. Yeah.
But I really did enjoy
like the Leafs,
watching them get smoked.
Oh, he doesn't like
because it was really bad. Like,
Yeah.
it was so
Embarrassing
terrible.
that everyone thought the series was over.
And then when they came back, that last game was so interesting to see how everything that Florida's good at was just kind of shut
They're
down.
shut down. Again,
And
that's good coaching.
it was a coach's battle that last game. That's
Chess.
all it was.
A game of chess, they call it.
It was really cool. But
Yeah.
when does that happen in hockey? Where it
In the-
turns the other direction like
in
that.
the playoffs,
It-
anything can happen in the playoffs.
It was really cool to see. And like, just from a hockey, not a fan of any team, just that was really cool to see. Anyway,
Yeah, make your damn pick. You're dancing. Let's hear it.
I'm saying Toronto.
End of the first period is what we're talking here.
Oh, we're talking points at the end of the first
Yeah,
period.
give me a score.
Zeros.
You're saying scoreless at 0.
Yeah.
Tied at the end of first. I'm saying 3-1 Florida. Who you got to win?
I'm thinking Toronto possibly in overtime.
Gross. Ugh. I'm going to say Florida 7-2.
Yeah.
Just booting them to bed.
Yeah, it can happen.
It's either one.
I'm-
Notice we both didn't say Toronto booting, which is weird.
Hey, they shut them out the last game. It
Toronto,
was-
everyone keeps saying they're so good. It's time to
well,
show up.
they're an interesting team to watch, and when they got the possibly yelled at or whatever, however that worked, something happened, and it was just neat. Like, there's no way that Florida should have lost it. Anyway, Connor Verhaeghe, still the most unsung player in the playoffs. I don't know how teams don't get it, but Florida's so good at baiting your defense with two really good players, and then they just have Connor Verhaeghe sitting there scoring goals.
Dude.
He's so slippery and he's so good. Every time the other game, I was just like, man, they got to pay attention to Verhaeghe. They passed him the puck and he shot and he scored. It was like, what? I was like, I should be on that friggin' broadcast yelling at people. Like, like, you don't want to predict sports, but when it's so predictable, it's like, come on, guys. And then the rest of the game, Connor Verhaeghe's gone. They just shut him down, and then they win the game. It was weird.
Welcome to Hockey Talk with Uncle Gramma.
I can't stop once I start. I'm
He's
sorry.
in. No, I'm happy because I was about, notice I don't have a watch, but I always still do the watch check. That was about
10
a
minutes.
minute and a half run there.
Oh,
It was
jeez.
good. No, that was very impressive.
Oh.
So has your music boner come back down yet, my friend, after living the dream?
Rescinded.
Yeah, are we back to normal, or
Is
are
it
you
back
still
up
just
here?
walking around and having problems?
Yeah, no, I am still stumbling over myself.
Yeah.
Things are getting.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you got to walk away from situations, and especially when you're recording, the one thing that I've known more than anything is how to stop and walk away.
I just want to say I'm still upset that you didn't play the AC/DC one-of-a-kind pinball machine. Not once. That's how I knew you were really in the zone there.
No, and you're in a studio too. It's like they're recording.
You're killing
over there.
time, yeah.
You don't want. It just.
Just
but
one ball.
supposedly we
Just one
could've.
ball. Like, it was autographed by the entire band. One of a kind. Like no one on earth can just walk up to this and play it.
I also.
And you took a picture, but you didn't play it.
It was plugged in
Man.
the one day, and it just had to turn it on or whatever.
Yeah.
And then the next day it was unplugged, so I just didn't want to plug it back in. Like, I don't know. What if I wreck it?
Crazy. Armory Studios. The Armory Studios.
The Armory Studios. Yeah. What a great experience. I've been going through all this footage and that I
There's
now
so
have
much.
on my hard drive. It's
Ah, there's the pizza pigeon.
yeah, Perry.
So Perry the pizza
Perry
pigeon.
the pigeon. Eating pizza in a parking lot.
That's the one.
On
So many incredible starts to this show.
I think even the road we were on started with a P.
Yeah, I can see that. Margaret, you chill out over there, bud? We're trying to record a show.
Oh,
Yeah, she's so worked
good.
up. She missed me all day. Shout out to my nephew Ben for puppy sitting while I was gone. I need a puppy sitter for her now because she gets so anxiety riddled when I leave.
Oh,
I've created a monster. But she's just too lovely and cuddleable, and I just can't not be around her all the time. She's a special lady. I love her so much.
so
Here
here's
we go. Now we're getting into it.
Yeah,
You got your earpiece in?
Yep, I
Okay.
got the earpiece in. I
Make
don't
sure
know
I
how
put
much of this is going to be seen from up in there, but this is pretty much a good example of
Oh, that's the puppy.
what it's like sitting around
Aggie.
listening to stuff after you're doing it, right?
Is that Aggie?
That's Aggie.
Oh, I don't hear nothing. Are you hearing something?
No.
Hold on. I'm gonna go fix it.
Well,
Hold on. Marge, you stay right there. You hold it.
what was it? Oh, that was that. That was Joe. Joe. Oh. Joe's pissed. Well, there it is.
I always stutter.
Just wiggle it a little bit. Yeah, that sounded pretty good to me. Okay. Oh yeah. Just want you to watch this video. So it gives you a little idea. Like we're sitting around hanging out with the dog.
So
You sit and listen to your mixes. You do all that stuff.
Did you find some mustard? And I'm like, oh, I can't listen. As soon as I start to listen to him,
Still can't come over that board.
instinctively match what he's doing. But
It's intimidating.
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm supposed to do. And I always
Coffee.
stutter on it.
Always.
Playing, so I kind of shut him right off.
He's half tiger.
It's like a party in there, hey?
Half tiger, yeah.
Yeah, concentrate what I gotta do, not worry about what anybody else is doing. But then also play in time. I noticed when you guys were talking about rushing. And
Look
stuff,
at that, come on.
My playing and that
Crazy.
and I go, I'm doing it.
And like,
Look at all those fucking wires. So many wires. And buttons.
And I'm thinking to myself, and
And
then that's
essentially
when I
we
get in
would-
trouble. I start thinking too much. Okay, don't do this. Don't do this.
just putting it right in Mike and John's
Live,
face.
you get into those bad habits because live,
Right.
all the adrenaline's going on, and that's how you get used to it.
Yeah.
Well, and then you sit back in the court, but
Yeah.
the record, like you want it to.
Yeah.
Teaching them how to bagpipe in a booth?
Well, essentially, everyone had our opportunities to sit with Mike. Like he just saw, he's giving as much advice as he can on something that probably never played bagpipes before.
Yeah.
But
But you can tell how to record them.
one of the things that John was even talking about in there was just to be playing consistently. So we're playing in a studio. We want the song to come out in a certain way, right? And we're so used to playing certain songs live. And you get in that vibe when you're playing live. It's like when you're in the zone in a sport of some kind.
Yeah.
You're amped up, time slows down, but you don't realize how amped up you actually are.
People
So
say that everyone else is moving in slow motion, but you're just that fast.
kind of, yeah.
Sort of thing. Yeah.
So when you're trying to keep time or as a group, then you can be right in time and you're amped up in what you're doing.
Hell yeah.
And without having a metronome or a click track to follow, the whole band can speed up gradually just out of emotion and like
Yeah.
you're moving and you don't think that you're like actually going faster, but you're gradually speeding up because of how much you're getting amped up into
Yeah,
it.
you're really going.
So the crazy thing is when you practice to a metronome and the whole band is dialed into that metronome or click track, now physically you may be completely perfectly on time and never rush throughout the whole thing, but everything sounds too rushed because you're pushing too much and holding back and pushing. So it's like
The inner battle is messing with your
Yeah.
outer timing.
so now you're
Yeah.
on time, but now the
Now you feel like
performance is
garbage.
out.
Yeah.
So
You're
then
out-
you slow
You're
down.
on time, but you're out of your zone.
And then you slow down and bring it back, and then it's just like, well, where's the feeling? And so
Yeah.
really what's going on is this crazy inner battle with your final picture of the song in your head. And so you're trying to get there every time they press record.
Yeah.
Physically, either playing a guitar or like for John's doing the pipes, it's just a pipeline. But for some reason, it's not coming out in a way that he hears it in his head because he's getting too amped up for this part. But all he has to do is slow down. So then when he slows down, it's not as aggressive. So how do I find this middle ground? And he found it. It was very quick.
Of course, he found it.
But everyone goes through that process, and he is there to be like, yes, when this is what happens when you play live. You've played this song live for so much that we have to bring it back down to your ear, and then also kind of connect that ear, the end product, to your physical body. And I had a hard time doing drum parts for the same reason.
Yeah. Well,
Everything-
everyone, yeah. When
Once you're warmed up and amped up,
Yeah.
now it's all just harder. And it's like it doesn't need to be harder. it needs to be softer here and then
But
harder
you need
here.
to
and,
get
like,
that out of you though too at the same time.
and it's a balance that is so bizarre, like such a strange feeling. I don't know what to compare it to.
I don't think you can.
So
It's so unique in its own way. Like there's so many things that factor into the whole situation.
yeah,
That
and
it's rare you're in a situation in life, in any case, where you're dealing with that many things at once while trying to get in unison with a bunch of other people.
yeah, and the
Hurts
best
my
thing
brain
to
to
do,
even say it. Like I was like, ugh, that was like shitty.
and it's weird because the best thing to do in those scenarios when you're sitting there and everyone's just kind of like dialed in on one person, you don't want to like say your opinion. It's like, maybe you should try it this way, you should try it that way. Everyone knows what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Like, but that's why we got him there. It's like we can ask him, like,
So valuable.
what's
So valuable to have that. Yeah.
and he gives his opinion, and then it's like, oh, cool,
Never
awesome.
thought of that.
You
Boom.
feel more comfortable? Let's try it again. That's gnarly.
The dog's just amped up today. I don't
Yeah,
know.
just-
She's just digging.
she's
She's digging
rad.
through the turf.
And so I think every time that we got too serious, one of us was perfectly timed with being a goofball, right? Like,
yeah.
then and there's certain things that where, you know, we all have our roles in the band. You know, everyone knows where they, you know, are useful in certain situations and when they can get in the way of a situation. Like
Great awareness.
when I'm sitting there watching James doing guitar stuff and just loving it, I shouldn't be commenting every single time that he's, you know, he's done. He's like, "Oh, great job, man, great job." Like he's got to keep moving and keep on doing
That's
his
right.
thing, and he doesn't want somebody sitting there every time being like, "Hey, great job." Like, well, no, I just screwed that up. It's like, well, it sounded good to me.
Yeah.
It's like, well, get out of here.
That's
It's
right.
like,
You're not helping.
yeah,
I
Come
know
on.
you're trying to, but it's not working.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I'm with
there's
ya.
there's little things where like everybody's sitting in the room, we're listening to tracks over and over and over again, and you can only just sit there and listen to that part over and over again
Yeah.
without being a goofball for so long. Like I think it was tough for most of us to get this done, but I got like a bunch of kind of B-roll video
Yeah, let's see some
of
stuff,
us
man. I want to see this.
just
Very exciting.
sitting around. What's this one?
Just in the shadows, among the hills. Yes.
No, can't.
Think of
go
all the
that
people
far
that were
with that
there
one.
before you and all the ones that were going to come after you.
Oh, I know,
You're right in
right?
there. That's the place. It's hallowed ground.
It really is. So this is another interesting thing.
What's that?
What's that? Hit record, and it might not stay that way for too long.
Just
So currently, right now, we're dealing with a guitar
Yes.
that is a brand new guitar,
Okay.
and it hasn't been like completely set up yet. And Mike noticed when Al was hitting this one chord, just one chord, it actually turned out to be one single string on that single fret would go out, and the chord sounded out
Make
and out of
different, yeah.
tune. And so they would sit there and tune it after every time that he would do another take. They'd have to retune it, sometimes halfway through, because it kept going out.
Yeah.
So James has an incredible ear. The other guitar player, he comes in and he would tune it because for some reason he just knew where all this stuff was.
He knew where it was popping out.
So he's getting kind of annoyed. He's in the other room having tuned this thing like 8 times in a
Back
row.
again and
And
again.
finally
Yeah.
he gets called back in again. So I turned the video on. I'm like, I got to catch him being all frustrated. So he goes and he tunes it and he hands it over to Al. And Mike's just like, play those chords again. And he hits it. He's like, yeah, sounds good. James is like, press record right now.
'Cause it's about to pop
Like,
out. And did it pop out?
Probably like 30 seconds later, yeah.
That's crazy, eh?
But
Instruments,
better.
sitting there for probably an hour longer than a guy normally would,
Yeah.
just because he heard this
That
tiny little thing, which
yeah.
makes all the difference in the world, right?
And that's the difference between a studio and this legendary studio that everyone's recorded at.
Yeah, and
That's
like,
what makes it different.
And I think nowadays a lot of people sit in their bedrooms and do this stuff.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
So like it feels different when you're kind of like, as they say, on the clock. You're
Yeah.
paying for the time in this big studio. How much are you going to spend sitting there tuning?
Yeah.
You're going to spend as much time as you need because you have your
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
absolutely.
And you want to make sure you will knock it out the park.
The funny thing is, like, having brand new gear is never a good thing.
Yeah, you got to break it in, man. It's like
It's-
a new ball glove.
Basically. So it rented it from the store. It's a expensive ass guitar. And like it's still not, I guess they're notorious for not being that great out of the bag. But yeah, it's stuff like that where you can blow it out of proportion.
Oh yeah,
And-
real quick.
Unless somebody's around sitting there to be like, oh well, at least you didn't pay the however much money to
Sucks to
spend
be
it.
you,
Yeah.
bro.
Sucks to be
It
the guy who's
is.
going to buy this guitar afterwards.
Ugh.
Actually,
That poor
it's
guy,
it's in
that's
way
true.
better shape when we took it back to the store than when we got it. Like there's
That's
like
true.
we did so much to it.
Yeah, you got the best in the biz working on it. That's
It-
like
It was pretty cool.
a little tune-up, if you will.
Yeah, literally.
Yes, sir.
There's I should have had all this stuff dialed in because
That's
there's
okay.
a couple of these videos that aren't showing up to me as quickly as I would like them to.
Dude, what did you expect from Skynet? Like, you literally have
What are
been
you
spitting in
expecting
the
out of
face of
Skynet?
T1000s for months now. Clearly, they're not going to let your computer work properly. That's how it starts, man.
Oh,
That's
what
why it's
should
Uncle
we
Gramma
do?
story time, baby. That's what we do. We make our way through it, no matter what.
No, that wasn't it. Wasn't it? Oh, what
Okie
happened
dokie, smoky superhero.
there?
It's still eating me a little bit. I don't like that. I need to be cheered up by something else cool. It's Uncle Gramma's video time right now.
That's
Recapping.
we
This
should-
is what
the
hosts
recap.
this is what hosts call dancing. This is what you do when you're looking for something. The host just resets the situation. Hanging out with Uncle Gramma on a Sunday. This episode drops 7 p.m. every Sunday, and we're a couple hours ahead of that, so that's pretty cool. It's pretty much live, which is kind of nice.
Almost live.
Yeah.
I wish I would have had more time to create a better live show.
No, dude, this is, man, and that's what I am. Like, anytime you watch anything, everyone takes hours and hours to perfect every single thing. And then it comes out, and half of it, more than half of it, not half as entertaining as this, because this is just what real talk is, hanging out conversations, looking back on a really, really cool trip that you were on and
So-
created something incredible.
Al's sitting here.
So handsome, hey? Nailing it. And he straight faced it.
Well,
Straight face.
He's been doing this for like
A long time.
We were sitting in there for like a good hour or two, just listening to him chop up vocal parts.
Oh, as a guy who edits way too much, I know that. I know that feeling. Still going. Dead eye. Oh, that's good. That's very good. Very, very good.
Whew. Where's the next one here?
So basically, this is what you do when it's not grind time. This is like post production. Let's all hang out and just
Yeah,
put
everybody's
the finish on
basically
it.
done
Yeah,
tracking.
yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. Thank you.
So imagine.
Oh,
hey,
oh, look at this.
Oh,
It's a
don't
little
do
thing
that.
going in. Oh
Don't
man,
do
it's getting,
that.
it's getting angry. Oh, there he is.
So this is when they whipped out the
Oh,
Eddie Van Halen.
guitar. This is what people want to see right here. One of a kind, made just for that record, recorded there.
Yeah.
And put right
I
back.
don't think it's left the studio.
Still set to the exact settings that Eddie made.
Still his strings on it.
Hang on a sec, James.
Like, the Holy Grail, bro.
Yeah, everybody got a swing on her too, which is
Man, did
pretty
you have to
gnarly.
like jump across the invisible truss bridge?
I think we
Throw some sand on it
technically
before?
did by
Yeah.
that point.
Probably, hey. Wouldn't surprise me.
I don't think they would have whipped it out.
Feel free.
If
Yeah.
not, but
Just someone grab a picture of me.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
all get a picture.
Everyone
like a kid in the candy store,
That's
man.
it. Look at this.
So for James, this has got to be, he's the guy. He grew up watching Eddie. This guitar is actually made by Ernie Ball, Music Man.
Turn him
and
up. I want to hear him shred.
uh,
Yeah, sorry.
There's a.
That's better.
They make these guitars now like it's an Eddie Van Halen style or whatever, but this was put out and long before that and was made just for him. And he had two of them. I think they played shows, or no, I don't know. I think he just used them for the recording that was done there.
Yeah,
And
that's
then
what you
left
said,
it.
OG. Yeah. Yeah, like it's one of a kind.
We were all. I was taking video like I'm the one taking this. I'm just trying to get.
Look the way you had it, bro.
And for a guy who actually owns the Eddie Van Halen style guitar of this guitar and sitting in the other room,
It's crazy.
he's like looking at it like, what the hell?
How is
it
this
like
happening?
this?
How is this happening right now? Look at
It's
the
like-
way. That's the way you look at it right there.
The whammy bar, the neck, the way it feels, the strings and how they're set, how the frets feel, where everything's set on the bridge and everything.
That is so
30
cool.
years ago.
Yeah, it's a
So
30-year-old guitar and it's basically perfect.
Yeah.
Brand new.
And it's
Actually, I don't
you
Yeah,
know
like,
for a
priceless, like you
collector,
said.
for
That's a
anybody like
priceless
that.
guitar. You can't put a price on it.
Yeah,
You can't.
and for
No
me,
comparables.
to watch a guy like that, and James is such an amazing guitar player.
Wait for it. Wait for the softy to poke through here.
Well, that's
Here
why I
comes
was
old softy.
videotaping.
Yeah.
I'm doing that for him for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
Like he's gonna have that
He shed
memory,
tears. He shed tears.
but he's
a
also got
beautiful
4
moment.
or 5 of us taking video of him going through this because for us, it's like, man,
That's so huge.
it's like watching your, somebody play their first game of the NHL or,
Yeah.
somebody gets to touch the Stanley Cup or
That's hoisting the cup right there.
hoisting the
That's
cup.
hoisting the cup.
Exactly.
That's so sick, dude.
Yeah,
Woo.
it's what a and thanks to them for letting us
Yes,
do that.
for sure.
But like you get all this inspiration out of shit like that, and everyone's sitting there like, oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
And then the guy goes in and tracks guitars for the next hour and just slays, like absolutely.
It's like a cheat
slays.
code. Hey, it's like you take in the power, Highlander rules. You take in the power of that guitar. You take in the power of whatever's around you.
Highlander rules.
And it just comes out and you just absorb it all and then you're just a beast.
I love that.
That's it. I know I've never seen Highlander and I reference it like twice a year. That's a true fucking story. I'm not joking. It's so funny. I should watch Highlander. Apparently, Sean Connery is pretty badass in there.
Oh, I can't even remember. I remember the first Highlander.
That's the one.
I think that's the only one that has Sean Connery,
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
All right.
I've never seen it. I don't know. Oh, dude, what do you think?
uh,
You think we're getting close to wrapping it?
I think we're done. I want to talk about recording forever, but the
Yes.
songs are going to come out in probably a couple months. I'm going to be gone next week.
Oh no!
Gone to by Ohio.
Ohio.
No,
Are we gonna
actually,
take a week off? What's the call?
I'm going to be home for a bit. We're going to Alberta and then off to Ohio for 10 days and
Okay.
back home. So
So we're gonna have to get some records in.
gonna have to
Yes.
post a couple episodes. Maybe
We'll talk.
by
We'll-
next week we'll get a sweet interview in here.
Yeah, we've been trying. We've been trying. Don't. That's not
And being
jinx it.
patient about
Yes. Very patient
Yeah.
and thanking the universe. Hopefully nobody saw my underwear there.
it.
Anything before we go?
I would just have to say I think Miles Canyon.
Yes, still
tracks are still up. Go request Roaches and Willie. It's doing pretty good. I think he's got an announcement coming up for a show we're doing out in August at Country Thunder in Calgary. So I think the official announcement was today. So, yeah. He's coming down. We're gonna probably, once he comes back, we're gonna do some jamming and we'll bring everybody in. Everybody who's gonna be technically the Miles Canyon live band. So we'll bring them all in. And till next time, keep fit and feed your Tamagotchi good food. Otherwise, it'll give you crap like this.